And we are back. Welcome back to Atlanta's Hollywood. It's your girl again, Miss Hollywood, holding it down. We miss you, Shakia. Get better, get safer, be safe. She ain't got the COVID, so I got to mention that. But we do have our guest in the building, Mr. Kyle Jacko is in the building. Fox Trap Radio. Welcome.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
Doing very good.
You doing good? You said a prayer, so you knew everything was going to be all good.
God always has my back. God always has my back. So since he has my back, I always pray before I do anything. But same thing with my videos.
Man, I need to dig right into this interview because he said so much on the break, and I was sitting here mute, quiet like a mouse because I didn't want to ask no questions. But now that we're here, for those that don't know you, just tell us a little bit about who you are, kind of some of the things that you've done, and like what brings you to the point that you are now. I know you got a YouTube channel and all that stuff, so I'm gonna let you tell it.
Okay, one thing my name is Kyle Jacko.
Okay. Now, is that your real name?
Yes, my real name. My grandmother gave me that name.
Your real name is Kyle Jacko?
Yeah, it's my real name.
That was a stage name.
No.
Supposed to be here.
Yeah, my grandmother gave my name, came from the stories.
Okay.
The Young and the Restless. She loved the name, so when she loved the name, she gave me the name Kyle Rashard Jacko. And Kyle Rashard, they had a man that was on there, and all the women loved him. That's my grandmother.
What story was this?
I think it was Young and Restless.
I don't want nobody name you. Oh, but you know what? This was your grandma, so this was probably before I started watching the story.
Probably so. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah. Okay. So Kyle Jacko, I have to look him up.
Yes, and she gave me the name, and she said one thing about he was an honorable man. Mm-hmm. The women loved him, and he was just a real good person.
He was a good person.
Yeah. So my grandmother gave me the name, and like I said, I'm originally from Port Arthur, Texas, 409 area code.
Yeah.
About an hour away from Houston. Grew up, mom strong, Deborah Kate Jacko, love her to death.
Yeah.
Grew up as a single parent, but hey, my mom made my days amazing.
Yeah.
And
shout out to mama.
Shout out to mama again.
Mama,
I love you.
Right, I know that's right.
And it's just, I started doing everything in the street life, and I'm going to Berean. That's one of my biggest parts of my life is going to Berean Christian Church. Mm-hmm. So went to Berean.
See, we're going to pause because I want to get to the good stuff. But I want you said you skipped
my bad, man. Go ahead.
Paragraph. He said I wound up getting into some things. Then I went to Berean.
Okay, we can get into it. I'm not scared.
No. It ain't the dig or probably like that. Not to be messy, but just like you live the street life, right?
Yes.
And so in the street life, y'all know what the street life is. Now, what made you get into the street life? Was it because I always want to know, like, every young man has his own different reasons for why he attaches himself to the street. It's just so happened I'm a social worker, so I'm the one that I need to know why. I don't care about what. I don't care about the street life. I care about why they're in the street life. Much like you, I've met quite a few brothers who were raised by their grandmother. I don't know if that's true for you. I just know you said she named you.
Grandmother and
mom. But that they went looking for that brotherhood. So from your perspective.
From my perspective, it wasn't that. Actually, I made my own. I was my own worst enemy. Mm. Like my auntie, she gave me somewhere to stay at. I stayed with her, and I chose not to stay there. And I chose to do everything I wanted to do my way. Mm-hmm. And when I chose to do everything my way, she ended up putting me out. But her putting me out led me to where I'm at because she put me out, and then I started meeting a lot of friends that became my brothers. And once I met them, they didn't really get me in it like that. I was always one of the people that I was so much around the street life, so much in Port Arthur, Texas. I never did do anything in Port Arthur. Mm-hmm. I waited till I come all the way to Atlanta, Georgia to turn into Tony Montana. You know what I'm saying? But when I first got into it, it was brotherhood. Yeah. That's all I don't think it was, but I could have lived a whole different type of life. Yeah. And sometimes we always get in our own ways. Like I could have just listened to my auntie, came back home at that certain time, but I was like, no, I'm Cowboy. Back in the day, they called me King. I'm King. I could do anything, beating on my chest, and I had to learn that you have to listen to somebody.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and you have to listen to somebody, and I chose not to do it that way, so I became homeless one time and kept on meeting certain amount of peoples, and then I met this one valuable person in my life, which he's no longer here anymore, and he was just telling me, he's like, because I had a job at McDonald's, I had a job at Popeyes, I could have kept on doing that, but I ended up having my first child, and I'm like, I got to do something, right, so went this way, and I never looked back. But it taught me a whole lot.
So it was the child that was the motivation to turn everything around.
It was the child, and then I had an epiphany one time that after a couple of my friends passed, I didn't want anybody to wear RIP shirts. I wanted people to live my life.
Yeah.
So I always knew I wanted to do something. I always know I love talking. I love talking. Anybody that knows me can tell you, Jacko will talk to you all day long. I love talking. So it was my son, Amir Young. It was him. And it's just something in my life I just kept on saying that I should change. I got shot in my hip one time. I wasn't supposed to be able to walk. And then that could have been my sign right there, but I just got shot, got out in the hospital. And when I got out the hospital, I just kept on just going for what I know. And God just kept on just showing me things like, how many times do you want to keep on making these mistakes? Yeah. How many times? I don't have no felonies, nothing like that, but I had a chance to keep on doing it, so I just I got to change it. Yeah. And my son came, and I still didn't learn the lesson yet. Then I had this beautiful, amazing little girl named Madison Elizabeth, and man, I had her, and it didn't stop. Then I had another one, and then I just kept on going. But I think the thing that made me want to stop when I lost my cousin, then I lost another cousin, then I lost my uncle with stage 4 cancer, and that right there it shaped it and shifted my whole entire life. Yeah. And I was like, this is not gonna work. Yeah. So I'm gonna get no point because I don't want to mess with no points at all.
No. You like I said, you tell it from your perspective. I'm just here to listen. Okay, I'm just trying to get all the facts. Okay. Yeah. So you're someone who's experienced a lot of loss. Yes. And so now that you have, and so shout out to Berean Church. I actually was raised in Berean Church, Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay, a friend of mine, I'll be telling me about the Seventh-day Adventist, but I never knew where it was. When I told him to go to my church, he actually went to the Seventh-day Adventist. He thought it was my church, but it wasn't.
Yeah. A lot of the Seventh-day Adventist churches are called Berean.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the one I grew up in was in St. Louis. So
I know my pastor told me Berean comes out the Bible too, so I know you told me that too.
Yeah, well. Look, makes sense. So you get into this new lifestyle. Now, what would you say is the biggest sacrifice or the biggest challenge? You obviously you get into this lifestyle. You got to leave all the things that you've ever thought, dealt with, whatever the case, behind. You're a new person in this walk. What was the hardest thing for you to have to give up?
The hardest thing with me I have to give up is knowing that a lot of friends that I was around, they still love me. They still call me sometimes, but they don't want to invite me to certain little things. You know what I'm saying? They don't call me anymore. But the good thing about it is God done gave me a whole new circle. Mm-hmm. He ain't gave me a whole new circle. So I want to tell y'all is when you have to change your life and you have to leave these friends, man, God will reward you with a whole new circle of friends. Yeah. But that was I think that was the hardest part. And then a lot of times too, once I start walking this way, I could invite anybody out to go to the club. I go somewhere. I used to invite people out to go to church, and nobody wanted to come. Mm-hmm. Except one of my friends. He's no longer here. He just passed away about a month and a half ago. He just passed away. His name's Trey. Trey the Hardaway. Long little Trey. And he was a real good dude. Like, he came to me with my church. He was the first person that came with me. Yeah. Daddy and my cousin Jay, they both came. But Trey, he came in there and he actually enjoyed himself. Yeah. But yeah, I think that was the hardest thing, just knowing that.
Just like, wow, this whole time you're thinking these people are your friends. Yeah. The moment you trying to be right.
And I'm trying to lead them there, but I have learned that you can't lead everybody. You got to let God show them where they need to go. Yeah. You have to.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just there to plant the seed.
And Queen says that all the time. Shouts out to Queen, my life. She always tells me that.
Yeah. Okay, so you've started this YouTube channel.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about, first of all, what inspired you to say, you know what? People need to hear this. Like, because, it's one thing to love to talk. I could love to talk till I'm blue in the face. Don't mean I want to talk in front of a camera. Don't mean I want to talk to a bunch of people. I just like to talk. You see what I'm saying? So what made you say, not only do I want to say something, but I want to put it for other people to hear?
It's going to hear Pastor Lee. Mm-hmm. Like, going to hear Pastor Lee and seeing them.
Shout out to Pastor Lee one time. Church in Stone Mountain?
Stone Mountain, Georgia. Berean Christian Church, 2201 Young Road, Stone Mountain, Georgia. He said, I remember all that. Yeah. Like, I remember that like my first name and last name. Yeah. just going there, seeing Pastor Lee, and I'm seeing people that are friends to me now and family members to me now at church. It's like you see some people looking away or looking this way. Then you see a couple of people just looking right directly at him. And Pastor Lee gives the word out. And no matter how somebody feels, he's just going to give you the motivation.
Yeah.
So I saw that, and then I always knew that I love to talk. So I was like, well, I done what I did in the street. How about I give people motivation and give them inspiring content and just let them show what's going to go on in their life and what I want to do in life.
Okay, and so you said inspiring content. So I know that you said since you just got back from California.
No, I was supposed to go to California.
Oh, you're supposed to go to
I just kind of got back from Chicago.
Okay, just got back from Chicago. Since you've been back, you've done 20 videos.
Yes.
And how do you do? Are these 20 of the same videos, or these 20? No, I don't mean when I say the same. I mean like is maybe one a 4-part thing? You know what I mean? Where you're kind of talking about you're kind of continuing the talk through a couple of them, or are they all? Is it 20 just boom bam boom bam boom bam?
Boom, bam, boom, bam.
Boom, bam.
And I'm doing the King series right now. So shouts out to all the Kings out there that's been a part of this project. I have a lot of Kings that's a part of this project. Yeah. So what I try to do is, my grandmother, she used to work so hard.
Okay.
She used to own a strip club in Port Arthur, Texas. She used to she used to sell clothes. So I always got that work ethic from my grandmother, from my mom, my whole entire family. They always worked hard.
Yeah.
So what they always told me was the more push you put into life, the better results you're going to get.
Yeah.
So I just kept on just pushing and pushing and pushing. So now every time I come back to Georgia, it's like, go to church, go see my kids, drop a whole lot of amazing content. And I just learned, once you keep on just dropping the content, you love what you do, you ain't going to never want to stop. So it's just video. And I don't really write anything down, I write the title down. Mm-hmm. And I let God just give me whatever I want to say, and it just works that way.
Yeah.
So all 549 videos has just been titles and just, God, what do I need to say?
Yeah.
Run with it.
Just comes out. Now, 549 videos, when did you start this YouTube channel?
It's been 2 years now.
Okay. So, wow. Now, are they long videos? Are they short videos?
The King series and the Queen series. I have a Queen series too.
Series
oh, yeah, the Queen series starts August 1st. Yes.
King series, Queen series. You got a children's series?
No, it's all my series is the King series, the Queen series.
No, I'm saying, are you thinking about maybe doing something for the kids?
I want to do something for the kids, but I want to let my kids take control of that. I wanted to let them, and I'm doing stuff with my little girls. They just done a YouTube video with me right now. Shouts out Madison and Taylor. Yeah. They done a video with me, and it shows me that the more I keep on doing, my kids are getting inspired. Yeah. They are loving doing it. So it's just the King series right now. It's open in July. Okay. Then y'all gonna rock out. Come to August, it's gonna be. I want to do like 20-some queens. Right now, I have 10 kings.
Now, when you say queens, you want to bring women on.
Women on that
are okay.
Like somebody like you.
Okay. Well.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
Well, say that then.
Yeah, somebody like you.
Now, queen in it.
Yes.
I take it. I appreciate that, brother.
The one reason I'm doing the Queen series because I want to inspire all the young women out there and the little young women out there that we come in all shapes, sizes, and colors.
Yes, we do.
And I have my loctician on there named Queen is on there. Then I have more queens like people from my church, lawyers, doctors, and it's strong and powerful women with the King series. The King series is the same thing, but it's the alternate thing. But for y'all, I have a logo for y'all. I have a lot of stuff coming out for y'all. I have shirts coming out for everybody that's a part of the Queen series. So you want to be a part of the Queen series, trust me, we promote all businesses.
Yes.
So I want to promote y'all. I want to promote the Kings. I just want to just show everybody love.
Yeah.
Because y'all showing me love.
Yeah. I love it. I definitely love it. Listen, real quick, we got more on the way with Mr. Kyle Jacko. Don't you guys go nowhere. We want to know what's next for you. What you got going on? What you got coming up? Don't answer that question. Okay. Hold that thought. We'll be right back. Don't check out nowhere. Stay. And welcome back to Atlanta's Hollywood. Again, we are rocking and rolling with Mr. Kyle Jacko, who is still in the building.
Yes.
Oh, Jacko.
You know, I have to say, one thing I love about especially black men today is that they want to inspire
Yes.
That you can do two things. You can inspire kids in a bad way by rapping about stuff, by doing stuff, by being the visual in the neighborhood. Because believe it or not, the kids are watching, right?
Yes, all the
and
time.
The kids are paying attention to who's driving by and what, and who's on TV, and who's getting money, and who's got jewelry, and who's going to jail, and who's motivating, who's moving and shaking. So I have to congratulate you just on making the transition, seeing the need to make the transition. You've got 5 kids. You got 3 kings.
No. 1 king.
And 4 girls.
4 girls. 4 princesses.
Ooh, awesome.
Ooh.
Actually, my little boy, July 11 was his birthday. He just turned 10 years
yes,
old.
Yes.
He just ripped up my whole entire wallet. $475
Ooh,
PS4.
Ooh, mercy. They cost that much at 10?
Yeah, when you get it from Amazon.
Okay, well, that sounds about right. Look, sound about right with the shipping and the handling, especially if you ain't got Prime. Okay, so you talked about your kids.
Yes.
What else is an influence in your life? I know you talk highly about Pastor Lee.
Yes.
Right. So first of all, how did you meet Pastor Lee?
I met Pastor Lee. They had a dude named Mr. Lester. Where I stayed at, I used to always be outside. I mean, I stayed with my baby mama, so I stayed with her, and it wasn't never the best place to be at. So I used to be outside drinking just so I could start drinking outside. I stay outside so much that she couldn't get mad at me at all. So I used to stay outside, and Mr. Lester came back so many times. He asked me 3 times. The first time he was like, "Hey, I want you to come to church on Miss Brotherhood night." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." I said no. The second time Mr. Lester asked me, I was like, "Nah, I'm good." Then the third time, like, man, I do not go to this church. He's gonna keep on asking me. He's gonna mess with what I got going on. So I ended up going, and when I went, I was like, wow, this man is strong.
Right.
And it's like, I love strong energy. So when I saw him, he was just so strong, and I heard the word, and I feel like he was talking directly to me.
Yeah.
So I heard him, and that's when, once I heard him there, I ended up going to him after church, going to speak to him. And once I spoke to him, he remembered my name, Kyle Jacko, and then I started ushering the church. I ended up joining. Matter of fact, hold on. What I did was I went to the parking lot first.
Okay.
And then I was in the parking lot, and everybody was like, he never did join church. So I had to go actually join church.
Okay, yeah.
I joined church, then went in the parking lot. From the parking lot, went inside the usher, and from there I used to do 2-3 services. I'm talking about kids. You be with me for 2 services. I take them, go get them something to eat. We go back to church. So repetitive, like Pastor Lee kept on saying, but I still love to do it. It's just now I drive trucks, but I love to usher. I love to please other people.
Yeah, and be there. And just such a great example, especially for your kids, because they need, you would want to be the hero.
Yes.
That your kids are looking at. You be the person your kids want to be like.
Yeah, because when I was doing everything else out there, my kids, they never did see what I was doing. I always kept that away. So now they see me now. My kids don't remember anything like that. The only thing they remember is Dad is a motivational speaker. Right. My dad is famous. I say, the YouTube videos, we don't get on charge video, but it's good that my kids see it, and they really, really love it. They tell their friends about it. They tell their teachers about it. So, I mean, it's been really good.
When the kids are bragging about it, they're watching, and it's making an impact. So what's next? What can we? What are some things that you want to do? You got the YouTube channel. Again, you can go on Kyle Jacko. Go on YouTube and search Kyle Jacko, and and you'll be able to pull it up. And Kyle is exactly how you spell Kyle. Jacko exactly how you spell Jacko.
Everybody knows how to say last name for some reason. Yeah, it's Jacko.
Yeah. But you want to go and subscribe, and you want to watch the King series, which is out now, the Queen series, which is coming in August. What can we expect for you? What plans do you have for 2020, 2025, 2030, 2090?
I have 5 series coming out before the end of 2020.
Wow.
I have the King series right now. I have the Queen series. I have the Networker series. I have the Fitness series. And then I'm doing another series with a man named Mr. Craig Colston. With him, I'm doing something with him because he's an older person. He taught me how to drive trucks. So what I'm doing with him is called the Lion's Den. Yeah. And what it is, it's like the old meeting the young. We're going to talk about just life in general. Because he met Martin Luther King before, and his mom actually met him like, yes, Mr. Craig is something real, real big. Yeah, Mr. Craig is something big. So, like I said, the King series, the Queen series, the Fitness series, the Lion's Den, and then I have another one with Coach Tyson, which is going to be another big one. He's really big. His video dropped today, and he's just a real real inspiring person.
Yeah.
So I have that going on right now. Matter of fact, it's gonna be 6 series because I'm gonna do what you said about the kids. I'm gonna bring the kids. I'm gonna let them rock out too.
I'm telling you, the kids. When you give the kids, you know, and I think, and the only reason why I say that is because I think of when those kids. I'm almost certain that those kids who got that teacher to dance. You ever see the video with the white guy?
Yeah,
he's dancing with. Certainly, those kids say, "Listen, if we do our work, can we at least make up a dance for the last?" I know those kids came with that idea, and that idea is a sensation. Like other teachers are getting inspired and doing other musically inclined things to help the kids learn, and because they should be the ones pushing the narrative because only they know what's best for them, right?
Yes.
So when you do the kids series, bring the kids in, let them control the narrative.
Yes, I want
to
do
let
it.
them talk about what's good.
Yes, because I want to do it because I think right now we're missing right now is fathers being right there for their kids.
But not only that, kids don't. Do we really listen to kids? Not really.
I really do though.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about we as a collective.
Yeah.
As parents, right? We're paying the bills. We got the job. Listen. You don't tell me, I tell you what. So we don't really allow our kids to control the narrative sometimes.
Yes.
And I think that if we sat back and we took a backseat approach just a little bit and actually listened to our kids, listen to what they were going through, listen to how they're feeling, ask them, say, tell me how you feeling today. And if they say not good, boy, ain't nothing wrong with you. You better get your little boy in there. Because, you know, we want to fix it because why? Because we got too many things to do today and we ain't got time for you to not be feeling well.
But that's what. That's where the fathers come in too.
Yeah, but I'm saying though. But I mean,
with the fathers, like some people don't even know. Like I know I grew up without a single father, without a father
at all. Do you know him now?
Yeah, my dad, he passed. I've been knowing him for a while. I used to own a taxi cab service, but even the last time I saw my dad for real was when I was in 11th grade. I hit the assistant principal. We got locked up in the same jail together. So besides that, he made me a Dallas Cowboy fan, but that's what my dad was. So I just want to tell every father out there, man, no matter what it is, be in your kid's life because it actually really, really helps the kids out in life.
Yeah.
Like I had people that was on the streets that always took care of me, even in Port Arthur, Texas. Like they never allowed me to do anything because we don't have the old ones back in the day. They used to be on the streets and they'd tell you, hey, man, don't do this, don't do this. But that's how it was in Port Arthur, Texas. But, man, if you out there right now, make sure, man, you try to be in your kid's life. If the baby mama don't want to let you be there, go do legitimization. That's what I'm doing right now for my daughter. So just make sure you right there in a kid. Like I promise you, it makes a big, big difference in a kid's life.
And here's the thing, and I'm glad you said that. Go if the baby mama is tripping, because most dudes' excuse is, well, she won't let. That is an excuse. Because this man just sat here and said, go through the legitimate process if you have to. It's important because at the end of the day, if you're not going to fight for your kids, then what are you going to fight for? If you're not going to at least fight for the baby.
Yes.
And so I think that is important that you're willing to go. But here's the thing now, fellas, okay? This brother said he was right, okay? You can't go through the legitimate process. You got felonies, warrants out for your listen.
You got to make a change.
You got to do some things right first. If they ain't right, fix up some stuff first, okay? You can't be, you got to have a stable home situation, whatever that may look like. You got to have, so you can't go to the judge and be like, I want my child, I want to see my child, because the judge going to ask those questions.
And they're going to send somebody to your house to check to see your house is good and make sure everything is exceptionally good. Because right now I'm doing something to my little girl, one of my little girls. Like all the rest of them have four of my kids' mother. I hate saying baby mom. 4 of my kids' mothers. They don't have a problem with me saying, but it's just that one. It's kind of mad and this, that, and other. But it's cool because I don't do arguments.
Yeah.
I just go to court. But now when I go to court, I am going to have my place, have my car, and we're good to go.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
When you live in the spirit realm, and you've got to deal with these fleshly people.
Yes.
Okay. Right? You trying to be upright with God, and here comes Satan with the antics over and over. How do you stay grounded in the spirit when the fleshly is... No, you can't. And it's all the confusion. I mean, do you snap it and do you have a moment, or do you just I need to know.
I have some remarkable, incredible friends that let me actually get out my character for a minute. They let me vibe out. You got to have good friends. You got to have friends that are going to tell you the right and wrong things to do. Yeah. And I have friends that will allow me to jump out my character and allow me to be. And then they let me be that. Then they actually pulled me back in.
Yeah.
So shouts out to the whole Berin family, because I call them. Shouts out to Lady T, Gam. It's a whole roster of people that have been driving trucks with me. And they just, you got to have them friends that when you jump out the window, before you jump out, they pull you back in. And that's what they do to me. Yeah. So you got to have some good friends. That's not going to be scared to hurt your feelings, because my friends, they really don't. They ain't scared to hurt my feelings at all. They don't care if I'm a motivation speaker or not. They're going to tell me the truth.
Okay. So, and I think we got off track. So tell me some other things you want to do. You got the series going for the rest of 2020. Mm-hmm. Futuristically, are you looking to do outside of YouTube? Are you looking to do books? Are you looking to do movies? Are you looking to do a motivational speaker tour? Are you looking to, what is it that, what is next? What can we expect from you outside of the series on YouTube? What can we expect?
What I can tell you right now is, I don't live day by day. I let God just do it. Yeah. Like, God has been moving stuff out my way. Even when I say what I want to do, like I want to do a nationwide tour motivate. I ain't done conferences before, like real good conferences, but I feel like whenever I say what I want to do, it never happens like that. So I feel like I just pray and just like, God, whatever you got for me, let it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say is the most difficult part about trying to, like, because all kids don't get it, right? Mm-hmm. And so you got 5 that you've got to try to steer down the right path, right?
Yeah, the little boy.
but what's most important is you got 4 girls that you got to try to keep off the pole. Let's just be real.
You being honest, I got you.
I don't know what type of show y'all thought this was.
Oh, no, it's cool. I mean, you being honest.
Real show.
I love it.
You got 4 girls you have to keep off the pole. Mm-hmm. That's is that not every man's goal in life, is to make sure that his girl doesn't end up on the pole? Or is some men okay with that? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't want my girls to end up on the pole.
Right. No man does, right? But no man doesn't want his girl to end up on the pole.
But I know if you instill the right things into them, and when they grow up, they're going to just see the best thing I like. And it comes down to the mom and the dad. So good thing God and blessed me with amazing, amazing mothers for my kids that's going to just line them up the right way, because my daughter called me today, and she wanted to download Fortnite on her iPad. And I have an iPad. She has an iPad just like me. And me and her mom, we come together. So I was like, "Hey, Dad, can you let me download?" I was like, "I'm going to speak to your mom, and then we're going to do it." So, yes. But every woman is not like that, though.
Okay.
Every woman ain't like that, though.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Because I'm finna help you. Well, and you might be helping me. Do a relation. Do a co-parenting.
No.
What? Do you know how many people need co-parenting? Let me tell you something. The average baby mother and baby father are at odds. There are more parents that are at odds with each other that are, what you said, you want something, baby? Let me talk to your mom first. That is co-parenting.
It's been 3 years in the right direction. Like, they still look at me like the old way.
I know, but it doesn't matter.
I would try.
I'm just saying, I think that is, because I'm telling you, there's so many people out here. I'm like, that ain't my platform. They like, talk about these no good days. Okay, well, wait a minute. That ain't my platform. And so I wish that I could have, because there's such a need for it. Such a thirst for it.
And see, I would do it when I start a podcast.
Because I have some questions.
But see, when I do a podcast, I love to do it, but I know with them, they don't want to be in front of the camera.
Okay, well, look, since I got you in front of the camera, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Okay, I need you to help me out.
No problem.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to try this out. Okay, we're going to see if he's going to do this co-parenting thing or not. Okay, so I have a son.
Okay.
Do we have time, Will, or we need to go? Okay. Look, I'm finna get into it. Okay, look, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, he is going to give me some male co-parenting advice on how he can help my situation, and y'all got to be here for it. Don't y'all go nowhere. Pump your black fist. Pump your black fist. Shout out to David Banner. I love David Banner. He is such an activist and such an inspiration. Just somebody I look up to. So I didn't know that. I was like, whose song is this?
I know it was.
I was like, David Banner. Okay. Okay, so before we went to the break, again, still here. Rocking with Kyle Jacko. He's got these amazing series on his YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It's Kyle Jacko on YouTube. And he's got a King series that he's doing right now that's going to be wrapping up. And then he's got a Queen series that's coming out. And I'm trying to convince him, because he has said some things to me where I'm like, you need to talk to some of your homies, okay? And we need to get some of these baby mamas in attendance.
But you know they have to be willing to listen.
Oh, of course.
Some of them not willing to listen.
But see, I feel like if you're gonna listen, if you're gonna subscribe, you're putting yourself in a position to listen. You see what I'm saying? You're at least saying, I'm least willing to hear what he got to say.
Because I want to shout out something right quick.
Yes.
Do you know Yaya McClain?
I don't.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you about it, but I'm doing something with him in the video and dropped the end of July. And his video touches on all bases of what we go through as men.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be really good. Remember this word, all kings, legitimization. Legitimization.
Yeah.
Do not forget. You have to remember that right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And they probably don't even know what legit... you have too legit. The part of that word, I just... I have to let my viewers know because they're gonna be like legitimization. What is this? Is this like entanglement? They gonna get confused.
Entanglement word, man.
They gonna get confused. So you got legitimization is getting things to be legit, legitimized, yes. Exactly, or legit. Let's just keep it at.
Keep it at that.
Keep it at the that level. Yes. Okay. So before we went to the break, we were talking. I was gonna give him an opportunity to help me. Okay.
No problem.
I have 2 children's fathers.
Okay.
Both of them are active in their children's lives. I have a 9-year-old son.
Okay.
My way of parenting is very different than his father's way of parenting. And so now that my son is 9, it's becoming a strain on me because he's one way when he leaves me, and when he comes back, I've got to redo all of that stuff. And what I mean by all of that stuff is like the reading, right? Make sure he reads 30 minutes a day. That's protocol. I don't care what's going on. You're 9 years old. You is not that busy in life to where you can't find 30 minutes a day to read. And I don't care who doesn't agree with that. I don't think there will be a parent alive that would ever challenge me on a 9-year-old having to read every day, Sundays and Saturdays.
You say it like that, yes.
No, I'm saying. I mean, what? No, but I'm saying though. But what is a 9-year-old doing to where he's too busy to where 30 minutes out of his day he can't commit himself to focus and read?
Welcome to Amir's life.
Yeah,
that's my son's life.
Yeah,
he had. I mean, they have excuses.
Yeah.
They have a lot of excuses.
And so when so you've got one parent who's like, listen, these are the rules, right? You have chores, right? There's certain things that mommy lets you watch. There's certain things that you can't watch. There's certain things that you can do. There's certain things that you can't do, right? Mm-hmm. I have rules, boundaries, and structure. Okay. Then he crosses this good old Mississippi and he gets with his father. Yes, his father. And his father is the fun guy.
Okay.
So all the structure, ain't no reading. My son up till 4, 5 in the morning, sleep till 3, 4 in the afternoon. Ain't getting up. I tell him, son, when you get up in the morning, it's summertime. Get up, eat something, get yourself dressed, clean, make up your bed, do your room. He's sleeping at 3, 4 in the afternoon. Wake up, he ain't brushing his teeth. And I'm just like, bruh. Like I'm like, what happened to you making him read? Oh, I dropped the ball on that. So now when he comes back, now he don't. I gotta clean my room. Yeah. I gotta do this. Yeah. I gotta. So I feel like if it was carried over, because he should have chores at his dad's house, right? He should. He's 9. He should be taking out the trash at his dad's house.
I can help you out with this.
So I'm saying, what do I do? With the education, my son right now he's a little behind. He's going into 4th grade next year. Me personally, I don't think he's ready, just because where his read level is at. When at the end of the year, his read level was at a 2nd grade 8th month.
Okay.
So going into 4th grade, he's already a whole year behind in reading. So I don't understand when his dad say I dropped the ball when you know your son is behind in reading, and I'm telling you. He needs to be reading. And his response is, you can't tell me how to raise my son.
Okay, I can help you out on that.
So I'm saying, so I'm gonna
help you out on both.
Okay, right.
When it comes to the male, because I don't know him, but it comes to the male, it depends on how he was raised. Mm-hmm. Like my mom, my grandma, they always believed in reading is fundamental. Mm-hmm. Like they always put it in my mind. So sometimes people want to be fun parents and don't want to be the mean. With me, I don't care you mad at me at all. Mm-hmm. You going to get these books. You going to learn. If you don't want to do it, I shut off iPads. I take iPad. I take PS4. I take anything because it's very important to me.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how he was raised, but I know with me, that's something big in my life. So when it comes down to that situation, I mean, if he dropped the ball, I don't think you can do it. I know you're going to be mad. I know you're going to be frustrated. Go to God in prayer. And you're going to still have to just keep on speaking to him and just putting it in his head.
So then what happens if you're working against me? Because if we're supposed to be co, that means together. So if I'm trying to push the education and you're dropping the ball, this isn't the first time he dropped the ball. He drops the ball on his education period.
Kyle Jacko dropped the ball before I got to where I'm at. I dropped the ball a couple of times.
No, I'm not saying you dropped the ball a couple of times. What I'm saying is the education part, he's never taken serious. Like, it's been an issue. My son has been behind in education, period. So I've been the one like, okay, you need to read 30 minutes a day, you need to do this. So so I'm not saying he dropped the ball. He's just not interested in pushing his education forward.
So that means
I'm
you're going to have to do 150%.
But that's not fair.
Well, it's not fair, but life ain't fair. But like I told you before.
So that's what I'm saying. So then if I were to drop the ball and he would drop the ball, then we're just going to have a dumb time.
Good thing about it is he has a strong
So then would I be unfair to say, okay, well then you can't keep him during the school year?
That's something.
Because then if I do, then when he comes back, then I've got to work harder. But if I keep him, he's going to be where he's supposed to be. So then do I make my life harder just so that he could be with his dad? Or do I make my life easier?
Well, every child needs a parent. So when it comes down to that right there, whatever God gives you to do, I'm gonna tell you, like, my whole thing is God. God always giving my direction. And the only thing I can say is to do the same thing that Tanisha done, that all my children's mothers done for me was they prayed and they kept on instilling the same exact thing. But once I start to grow as a man, because you have to grow as a man first. Once I started to grow as a man, I started to just start seeing what's in front of me, and I start doing more research. I'm like, hey, well, it's not cool to just do this right. You got to be structured. Like, when my kids came to my house, like, I don't like, at their house, they went to sleep at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. At my house, they went to sleep at 8. That means that all kids take showers, they eat, they do everything they got to do. But 8 o'clock, your eyes will still be open, but you're going to lay on the bed.
Yeah.
So you have to have structure.
So what happens if your baby mom, so you've got the structure at 8 o'clock.
Child's mother, because I know they're going to tell me.
No, I know. I hate that too. If somebody call me baby mom, listen. I ain't nobody's baby. First of all, I ain't got no babies, okay? These is toddlers and teenagers walking around here. So call me a teenager mother or a toddler mother, okay? I'm not a baby mom. I ain't got that. Look, I ain't got that. But so what do you do? So say, for instance, you working with, you keeping the structure in place. Flip side, kids go home with the mom. Mom ain't got no structure. So when you come back, you got to be like, man, didn't I tell you? Like, well, mama house, we ain't got to do all that.
Yeah, but see, okay.
So what do?
My kids don't do that. Like, when they come to the house, before I start driving truck, they come to the house. Whatever they learned or whatever they done over there, they left that at the door. They always like, man, Madison, like, you ever meet my kids. The only one that gives me a hard time is Amir. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because he's still growing. And, like, me being on the road a lot, I'm not really here. But the girls, I'm sorry to say, the girls are really, really smart. My little boy, he's smart too, but the girls is just...
it's statistically proven girls are more advanced.
They really are.
Smarter. They're just, like, my 2-year-old might be tutoring my 9-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, we have, Madison used to read the books to Amir.
Look.
But I think it's, when they always came, they just always left it at the door. And I'm so glad because I had to really raise my voice at them. I'm nothing like that with the girls, too. I can't raise my voice with my daughters, man. They treat me like a little cream puff. Yeah. All right, I know it happens. Now, my little boy, I'd be like, man, go ahead, do this right now. And I might tell the same thing to my daughter. She'd be like, but daddy, I'd be like,
oh yeah.
All right, come here, give me a hug. Come
right,
on.
you can't even Madison. You can't even say the name. Oops.
Yeah, but I can really say, the moms, they do different stuff at their house, but they always know that education is important. A structure is very important.
So what if they don't know that? Then what do you do?
If who doesn't know it?
If your children's mother...
Are we doing imagination right now?
I'm just saying.
No, we're doing imagination.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
For example, if your children's mothers were like, education, I didn't even graduate from school, so whatever. These kids just I don't even know half this work anyway, so I ain't finna be pushing no education. And you can do that. That's on your side.
Prayer gets stronger. Prayer gets real strong. Prayer gets strong. Instead of me praying 1 time a day, 2 times a day, I'm gonna have to pray 10 times a day because that's what I'm gonna do. If they don't believe in it, until they show me the fact that my kids is unstable and they're not there and then it's going to be to the point, okay, what else can I do?
Right.
Like, I have to do something.
I'm at that point.
I'm not gonna get. I'm
at that point.
I just get to the point. I can't do an argument.
9 years in, but that's what I'm saying. He's just like, you keep bothering me talking about make him read. I'm gonna raise my kid the way I want to raise it, and it's just like he's like, you just keep bothering me. I was like, I'm sorry. What is the accurate amount of time to talk to somebody about their? Should I call you once a week and discuss this? Should I call you once a month? This is an important thing.
But I think you gotta get to it too. Sorry to cut you out, but do you does he like to read? Does he love education? Yeah, his father.
I mean, I wouldn't say he loves education.
So why don't you do this?
I think he understands the importance of education.
I got something for you right now.
Okay.
You have an iPhone, right?
Yeah, I sure do.
And he has an iPhone, right?
Who?
Him.
No.
Okay, well, you can still send it to him. I'm going to send you a book after this. It's called Kingdom Men by Tony Evans.
Okay.
And this book right here, for any man that needs to grow mentally and physically, this book right here is something very, very amazing.
Yeah. Okay, tell me the name of the book again.
Kingdom Man by Tony Evans.
Okay, so he gonna help. Okay, and I'm gonna try.
And I'm gonna send you the book.
And I literally, I'm asking you because I want some advice. So
I'm gonna send you Kingdom. I'm gonna send you Kingdom Woman too. You got 2 books.
So I'm gonna send this book to my son's father. I'm gonna say, hey, listen, when you got a minute, if you could read this, and I want to get your honest opinion on it.
Yes, and it's only.
And that's all I can just try.
It's only 7-10 minutes long, and I'm gonna send you that, and I'm gonna send you. I have some other stuff I seen, but I know that book right there, man, for any dad that's out there, this book is really, really amazing. I promise you it is.
Yeah, and so you said it's called, tell me the name of the book again.
The book is called Kingdom Man by Tony Evans.
It's Kingdom Man by Tony Evans. Okay.
Yes.
Tell us again your YouTube channel. It's Kyle Jacko. On YouTube.
Kyle Jacko on YouTube. That's KYLE space JACKO.
Okay, and where can they find you on social media?
Social media, you can find me at motivational _ the number 4 ever EVER.
Okay, motivational _ 4 the number 4 ever. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I feel like I'm like, no, we're not out of time. I feel like
whenever you want me to come back, I'll come back.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say you have to come back when we do the Queen series.
Yes, I will.
Do that. So you come back. She's gonna share a little bit of the Queen series with us. So we can see the progress.
You're gonna be part of it, right?
Well, hey, listen.
Come on,
hey,
now.
I'm coming on.
We got one.
Then we definitely gonna have to.
We got one queen that's my loctician. We gonna have another queen right here too.
Okay, well, hey, we in there then.
Yes.
We in this thing.
And now we gonna see how we don't have to look like this and look this way. I can just look like the iPad.
I know, right? Well, listen, thank you so much for coming and taking your time.
I really do appreciate it.
I really appreciate your energy, and I look forward to doing the Queen series with you. I look forward to bringing him back to you guys, and hopefully I can convince him to do this co-parenting thing. In the meantime, I'm gonna take my advice.
I will tell you.
I'm gonna get this book.
When I do the iPad, when I do the podcast thing, I will call you back on that, and that's when I will really do it on the podcast. Because I know they don't want to get on camera, so that's what I do. So I really would think about it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What he said. That's all we have time for today. Thank you guys. Okay. We going to break. Well, we coming back. We'll see y'all in a minute.
Okay.
Can we just talk? That's all I want to do. I just want to talk. I want to talk about, I want to get your opinion on some things that are, I always love a Christian standpoint on some things. Obviously, everything that, the thing that's the biggest right now in the whole world, for real, is this voting.
Yes.
Right? It's important. They're trying to get everything and all the tactics together to try the black vote is on the menu. You know, it's important to have the black vote because we know how powerful the black vote can be.
Yes.
So recently, I believe it was over the weekend, if not over the weekend, over the week for sure, Kanye West is running. He said he was going to run for president in 2020. And he's running, you know how they have a Democratic Party and a Republican Party? He running under the birthday party.
Oh, my little girl.
You're not excited?
My little girl running too. She's 7 years old.
You're not excited?
I just tell you, my little girl running too.
Well, listen. She got my vote.
She's 7.
Look,
all thing you gotta do is get a little bum, and she'll be your best friend for life.
Look, if Donald Trump can run this country, I think a 7-year-old got a shot.
Says with that right there with Kanye West.
Would you vote for him? Because he no longer supports. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I get the whole story out.
He no
longer supports Donald Trump. Okay, let's just get that clear. So I think at one point he endorsed him or something, or he showed a lot of support. Okay, he doesn't support him anymore. Why? I'm not really sure. But his family also reported that they're a little nervous and concerned. They think he's on the verge of another bipolar episode. So first of all, can we even have, because he's been diagnosed with bipolar. Mm-hmm. So can we have somebody in the White House that has a mental illness?
I mean, Donald Trump has mental illness.
Yeah, but he's been diagnosed with it.
I mean, I think he's been diagnosed with a whole lot. I just think, like, he came to my church one time.
Who?
Not Donald Trump. I mean, Kanye.
Is your church is where he did the Sunday?
No, he came to my church.
I was going to say, is that where he did the Sunday school?
No, he came to Berin. He came to Berin,
okay.
And then he wanted to get Pastor Lee to come to California. Mm-hmm. And then when I show it to you on YouTube, Pastor Lee done an amazing job. Pastor Lee did it. It's on the YouTube. And he came, and I feel like Kanye West, he's changing. I feel like he's doing a perfect job. He's trying to change. And I feel like he just need to go back to God, and him and God need to have some more conversations. I think God is not done with him yet. Whatever God wants him to do, go ahead and do it, but I'm not going to vote for him.
You're not going to vote for him?
Nah. You going to vote for him?
See, I don't vote.
But if you was to vote, would you vote for him?
Yeah, no. I think I probably.
I mean, I got his album.
I'm telling you,
the last album was good though.
No, but I'm saying though, like if your daughter is like, I could write her name in. Oh, like I could. She could get mine.
I got 5 kids. We can write all their names.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? One of them got to win.
One of them got to win. Right. One of them got to win.
One of them got to win.
Yeah. No. The black vote is. No, thank you. I don't.
And I think sometimes too, it's like right now with how everything is going, and we need somebody that's going to be strong. But I also feel too that God is still in control of everything. So it don't matter who get elected, God is in control.
It's just one puppet after the next. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being...
I mean, I think Donald Trump was one of the biggest ones, though.
Of course.
We never saw that come live.
But you know
I didn't
what,
think it was going to come out.
Let me, if I could be the devil's advocate for just a second. I don't care what y'all say about Donald Trump, okay? What I like about him, and I said like about him. I come from small town Minnesota, okay? Everybody that you seen 90% of the time was a white person. And guess what they did? How you doing, ma'am? How's it going? Can I help you with anything? Awesome. You have a great day. And you be like, wow, that lady was really nice. And as soon as you walk out the door, yeah, watch them out the parking lot, Johnny. Make sure they don't make any sudden moves, right? And so I grew up around that, and I come to good old Georgia. They got KKK territory, people with Confederate flags, and people in your face. Mm. I don't like y'all pecans here. Don't come to this area. I don't want y'all around. I don't want to live with y'all. But, what I can't deal with is something that I can't see or don't know or whatever the case may be. What I can deal with is what I know, what's in front of my face. If somebody shows me, at least I know who Donald Trump is. You see what I'm saying? George Bush, we were like, is he stupid or is he smart? We don't know because we didn't know. Because one minute he would say something that was stupid, the next minute he would say something that kind of made sense with like insurgents.
But I can tell you right now, I'm from Port Arthur, Texas. I have a lot, and I tell a lot of people like, how I grew up in Port Arthur, Texas, we had a lot of diverse. Yeah. And we had a lot of people. But some people have been acting like this. They never did show it. But with Donald Trump being president, they're starting to show it now.
Courage, right.
Now they're starting to show it.
Because it's kind of like a free...
Like I tell you, I drive trucks across the whole United States, and it's so many times where I have to call in my company because... Man, they had somebody sit there and call me out my name. What I did was I smiled at them the whole time while they was doing it. But I called my company because my company, it goes back and speaks to them. Mm-hmm. But we got to look at it too because I like to flip both coins. Right. They have black people that's acting like they do too. So, once again, guess what I'm going to look back into? You already know this. You know I'm going to look back into. God.
You better know.
You got to pray.
If he is not at the head of your life, I don't know what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what messages you're sending across.
But a lot of people are like that. And what I just want to tell them is, hey, if that's the way you feel about life, you keep on doing it. But God's going to still love you. But, hey, you have to treat people right. And you wouldn't treat your own child like that. Why would you treat somebody else like that?
Yeah. Those big facts. You heard it here from Mr. Kyle Jacko again in the building. Thank you so much again for stopping by.
Are we going to wrap up this time or are we going to have to go again?
No, we're going to.
You sure?
We're going to wrap it up this time. No, again, thank you. I appreciate you again. Go follow him on YouTube. Kyle Jacko. Follow him on at motivational_forever. The number 4 on social media platforms. Thank you again. He's going to be back with the Queen series. I guess I'm going to be a part of it. I'll let you guys know.
You will be a part of it. Come on now.
I'm going to be a part of it, and I'm going to let y'all know what that Queen series is.
Because you be a part of that, I'm going to do what you told me with the podcast. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on trying to see if they want to talk about it. If they want to talk about it, because I know one of them, she's going to love to talk about that one. Like, yeah, she's going to love that one completely.
Well, I'm excited. I can't wait. Again, that is all we have for today.
I'm going to shout out my kids right quick.
Absolutely. Go ahead and get your shout out.
Shouts out to my kids. Amir, Madison, Nalani, Taylor, Olivia, and we got shout out little bitty baby. She's real little, but she's getting real big. Taylor once again. Yes. Those beautiful kings and queens and princesses that he's raising over there, princess.